Alright guys, we have a 2014 Kia right here. Alright, this is let me just make sure it's an Optima, right? GDI. And we're gonna be replacing these rear brake pads. But the problem with the rear brake pad is, well, pads and rotors. The problem here is the bolt for the bracket down here in the back is blocked by the control arm there. I'm gonna show you a simpler process today, but let's get this going, guys. So first of all, we're gonna be removing this caliper, right? So all you do is bye motorcycle, take this guy off, number 14 there, and I will suggest you take off the 14 over here also. Right, once we have that, you should be able to take out this little guy, right, and let it sit over here. All right, and next we're gonna go in the back, right back here, guys, and we need to remove this bracket for the brake. This bracket has to come off, guys. Let me remove off my light. But the bolt down here, you see you have a bolt here and there's a bolt down here, right? It's being blocked off by this. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get a couple of tools and I'm gonna show you how to do this. I'll be back. All right, guys, I went and got me this long gear wrench, number 19 millimeter. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna remove this bolt right here. All right, guys, you're probably gonna need another number 19 to hold in the back. So if it spins, if it doesn't spin, that's very good. All right, and then I'm gonna go get more tools. I'm gonna be right back. All right, guys, I went and got me a hammer with a screwdriver here. So I'm gonna back off my camera a little bit, guys, and what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna push that bolt right. Oops, be careful, camera. Alright, guys, this bolt goes right through. Alright, guys, this bolt went through, but it got stuck on the other end because the shock is blocking it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna knock out this little bolt over here, but I did put something to support the control arm, and so that way the spring doesn't fall out or anything like that. But anyways, we're gonna remove this little guy. All right, guys, time to remove this little shock here. Oops. Number 19, the bolt goes on the ground. All right, next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push this bolt back, and I'm gonna let this screwdriver take the place of that, so that way, because all I need is like a 1/4 of an inch for the shock to move that way, and then I can get this bolt out of there. Right, there you go, guys. Now watch this. Let me push this caliper out of the way. There it is, guys. The bolt from here, I got it out. Simple process, guys. And next, I'm gonna just push this control out of the way. You could just tap it with the hammer. All right, so you could have access to that little bolt in the back. All right, guys. So let me get this out of the way, and then we'll continue. If you need, you can remove it from the back. Let me see if that makes it easy. So let me shift my camera a little bit that way so we all can see. All right, to make your life easy, if you want, guys, just remove this bolt right down here. All you need to do is loosen it a little bit. Then this control arm is gonna be free of everything. All right, guys, there we have it. This little guy is loose, nice and free. All right, you don't need to do too much there. And then you should be able to maneuver this control arm around much easier, all right? Guys, there you go. All I did was I put my pry bar over here, I pulled the spindle a little bit forward, and then I tapped it with the hammer. And look at that. Look at the space we have, right? Now what we can do is take our number 12 here. All right, I need to get a deep socket, all right? So that's a number 12, but you need a deep socket. All right, guys, next what we can do is take a deep socket and we're gonna remove the number 12 bolts for this bracket. I don't know what they was thinking doing this, all right? So that's loose, and I got the top one loose, and then I can gently turn it out with my power tool. So there we have it, guys. This bolt is out of there, all right? Look at that. The labor for this is not cheap, guys. They should have thought of this when they put this little guy right here, right? Anyway, our bracket is out, guys. Let me my pry bar, because those brakes are just jammed up in there. Right, there we have it, guys. And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna come over this way, guys. We're gonna remove the rotor next, and we're gonna have to punch these two little screws out. All right, guys, I got my punch, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit this guy right here. And then I'm gonna hit this little guy right here. And there we have it, guys. Both of our screws are out and the rotor is ready to come out. Inside of here, it has like a brake shoes for the emergency brake cable. All right. Save these screws, we'll put them back in. And then we're gonna tap this with hammer. And we're gonna have the water out. And we'll remove that little guy. Look at the corrosion and stuff on it. All right, his e-brakes look pretty good, clean. If you want, you can spray some a little bit cleaner on it. Anyways, let me go get the new rotor and we'll continue. Make sure the hub here is nice and clean. All right, this one looks really, really good. All right, if you want to put some lube in here, put some lube in here. And this customer requested not to go crazy with it, all right? So it is what it is. All right, guys, got my new rotor. Make sure you clean your surface here. Make sure you line the little screws so we can put the holes, so we can put the screws in. So there it is. Where did I put my tool? Let me find my tool. Oh, here it is. I was looking for the Phillip head. All right, so these screws, they go in smoothly and gently. You don't need to tighten the crap out of them. All right, that's it. They will tighten themselves over time, guys. All this does is it supports you, keep the rotor in place. All right, and don't forget to take off the little rubber piece that goes here. I'll do that at the end. Don't worry about that. And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go back over here, guys, and we're gonna keep it moving by installing the rest of the stuff. I know my light is really shiny. That's better, but these components are just too shiny. Anyways, just make sure your rotor is not hitting anything. Turn it, because you don't want to be going crazy with this, taking this guy apart again. All right, next I'm gonna remove all the brake pads, and I'm gonna come back. All right, so all right, guys, I'm gonna be taking this guy out. There you go. Always clean the surface of this hardware kit. If you don't have a new hardware kit, check out my video how to do the brakes. I'm gonna give you 15 tips on that brake video. I have it up there. 15 tips to do the brake jobs properly. Anyways, I'm gonna clean this. I'm gonna come back. The only process here to show and tell was how to get this bracket out of there, right? All right, guys. Here's my two bolts. They have a washer on it. Make sure you keep the washer with it. All right, try to get one. They're both the same length. right, there it is, guys. I'm trying to figure out. And make sure you get the bottom one in. Alright, guys. I'm not gonna tighten it with this. I just want to catch the bolt all the way, snug it in. Alright, guys, and I'm gonna tighten both of these bolts. Got that one. There you go. Alright, guys, looking really good. We need to get this control arm in next, and then we'll finish out with the brake pads. Alright, so we need to do the same thing, guys. Try to pull this to get that in there, and use a pry bar. Alright, guys, if you need to use the shock, use it as a little sport. Even though I got the screwdriver in there, it's gonna hold it from budging out, because you're gonna need a little bit of gap there to tap this guy in, because the top head of the control arm is oval. All right, looking for my hammer. I'm putting things in a place where I'm not finding it afterwards. Where is my hammer? Alright, guys, located my hammer. It was camouflaged in next to the oil drum. All right, so just give it a little sport, and then you don't have to bang on it. Just, if you can get help, that'd be much more for you guys. It's going. Need a little bit more leverage here. This is a terrible idea by these guys. They should have had designed this much better, and I'm sure they could have done that. And there's nothing you could do, you know. You gotta just get this thing in there. Alright, guys, let me line that, and then I'm gonna come back. I'm probably gonna put a screwdriver in there to bang it in. Alright, guys, I aligned it with a real struggle. I maneuvered it around with this little guy right there, but I'm gonna put the bolt this way. Either way, it's the same thing, guys. And that's it, guys. There we have it. Don't forget the nut and the washer on the opposite side. So for the future's sake, we don't need to remove the shock. Oh, where's my... the nut fell, so I want to grab it. So future's sake, we shouldn't have to take off the shock. Alright? And there we have it, guys. And let me lock this up, and then I'm gonna put the shock in. Matter of fact, I can put the shock in now if I want. Right? And we're also gonna need a pry bar to maneuver that guy around. I don't know what Hyundai was thinking doing this, guys. They should have thought about this. You know, if I'm making a car for somebody, I'm gonna make sure it's easy to do things on it, you know? I mean, not everything is easy, but come on, brakes. That's a killer there. All right, there I have my bolt in there, and then I just need to, let me jack this up a little bit, and then there you go, guys. Got my bolt in, and I got the nut right here. So I'm gonna simply tighten this, guys. and then we can move on and put the brakes on, guys. Take this little guy, tighten it. There we have it. All right, same thing here. You can use an impact on this. Let me get my camera a little bit out of the way. And that's it, guys. And don't forget to tighten the back bolt of that control arm, which we removed from all the way down there. And just tighten this. And we got this guy going, guys, and there's not much left here. If you need help, if you need to send me a message, I will get back to you. All right, so let me finish this out and then we'll put the brake pads together. All right, guys, so we're gonna put the brake pads on. There we go. And then we got another brake pad that goes in the front. All right, guys, like this brake pad was tight. I'm gonna file it a little bit, guys. All right, let me do it over here. You don't want the brake pads to be really tight in there, right? Because if they're squeezed in, they're locked in, you're in trouble. Those brake pads are gonna, they should go in smooth like that. It should be able to free play like that. All right, guys, there we have it. And I'm gonna compress this. Whoa, no, this is very light. All right, guys, so be careful, guys. Even though I lost the grip there, but it's very light. All right, it's not gonna damage that cable that easy. Let me go get my compress tool and we're gonna compress that next. All right, guys, got my compress tool here. Oh, this is one of those calipers. You have to use a C-clamp because this might not work for you. I got this tool which is pretty good. It compresses anything. All right, use a C-clamp from right here because it leave you no room, man. This car is trouble. And that was just enough for me to get this guy in there. So that's it, guys. And there I have it. Don't forget to put the number 14 bolts in the back. And make sure you tighten these. All right. And I'm gonna take my number 14 here. I'm gonna just snug it tight with this, and then I'm gonna double check later on. This is one, and that's two. All right, guys, that's it, guys. Thank you. Subscribe, share, and like. And if you have any questions on how to do these brakes, and I'm sure you're gonna run across somebody that's gonna try to charge you a crazy amount of money. It's not a big deal, but there we have it, guys. Kia Optima 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Same procedure, all right? Still gotta put that little rubber piece and do the opposite side, but I'm done with this side, so thank you and bye-bye.